Okay, let me see if I can move the window up here in the corner so that I can see the chat. That's excellent. Then let's move over to this scene. If it will actually do so. Until I figure out why Zoo Tycoon enjoys making the graphics mode be different. You know. Okay! That was like at least 5 minutes worth of technical problems. Nothing but quality here. Ah! Fuck. I forgot how loud this is. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can... Wait. This is a little peculiar, what's happening on my computer screen, but this is fine. We can work with this. What I am going to do to start... we could play for the tutorial just to get everybody up to speed on what the fuck Zoo Tycoon 2 even is. I mean, it should be pretty straightforward. It's just... It is a game where you do zoo things. That's pretty much it. Hold on, I wanna see something. Just a quick thing while we're still working on starting up here. Can I do this and have it look fun? Can't tell because it doesn't quite show up properly. That's a little annoying that it does that. Hold on. Can I fix this somehow? Okay, that didn't change much at all. Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with a little gift dog there. It's fine. We will deal with it today until I figure out if there's a way to make Zoo Tycoon not be a dingle. Also, I hope the audio levels are fine. I'm gonna be playing some music in the background because sadly the title screen music does not stick into the game itself, where the game is mostly just ambient noises. Also, can I show you a sick Easter egg with this globe where you can choose where you want your zoo to be in? If you spin it really fast, people get scared. It's pretty funny. I say. I'm going to start small. Let's do something very small to start until we wait for peoples to turn up and whatnot. At this point, I can just turn off this program. Yes, I do want to close this. Might as well save on the resources if things are just gonna be like that. It's like seeing an old friend. You can always do the tutorials later, because if you want to complete this game, you obviously gotta do the tutorials. But, hold on, let me just... This should work just fine. Hopefully the music in the background is hearable. Can't even change the sound volume of the game while you're in the game. You have to go back to the main menu if you want to change the sounds. But this is Zoo Tycoon. You basically make a zoo. I'm currently playing in the freeform because if you're gonna start something, you might as well start small and kind of familiarize yourself with the thing. Sadly, I wasn't able to install this in English because apparently the language is determined by the disc itself, so that's fun. I even tried changing like a language code or whatever, but you know. I do have some mods in here. Some of the mods don't quite work with the names because of the fact that they don't have Swedish names. Some of them do, surprisingly. Some of them don't. And I will have to translate some of these. Because they're all in Swedish. But, I mean, you should be able to tell just by the appearance of an animal, like what kind of animal it is. Right? Like, you can tell that this is a zebra. Just by the looks of it. So, I don't know what exactly we're doing here. I forgot. Let's see what mods do we have. We have the one that lets you place trees wherever you want. That's good. I forget if that applies to these things. No, they do not apply to the buildings. That's very good, because I like the buildings being in a grid. I remember there was a thing that made it so the buildings were also not in a grid, and it was the literal worst thing. Let's remove this path and make our own path. Like our own little entrance. What's something fun to see at the start of the dishes? Some of these items are particularly pointless. I like this one. This fountain. Now if you ask me how to put... Fuck you, me, for doing that 3 times. If you ask me to translate what the fuck this is, what is basically a fountain that you can splish splash in or something. The fountain is made so that kids can run around and play among the fountain streams. That's what it says. Yeah, I don't... Who needs a chair? I guess if you want to be real fancy, you can put down a chair, but this game is not made to put down chairs. I don't even know if these fountains... There's so many of these fountains are 3x3s instead of 2x2 or 4x4, which is would be preferable. There's this little fountain, which is not a fountain, it's a pond, but what do I know? I'm not a fountain expert. It's also a lighthouse, but again, it's a 3x3. But the squirrel is in the way. Because the squirrel counts as a physical entity, apparently. Even though it's literally there for ambience. If the squirrel could move out of the way, that would be great. There we go. That's fine. That is perfectly acceptable. They might ask me, do you have a game plan today for your Zoo Tycooning? I do not. I do not have a specific game plan for today. At least right now. Right now I'm just doing some stuff. Can't even get the shit even. That's acceptable. So we have a little fountain entrance. The question is, what's the animal we should add first? Because there's a lot of fun little animals we could add. Apparently it's okay to place the birch in this corner, but not in this corner. I call shenanigans on that. Did you know? In this game it doesn't really matter how much you customize your entrance. There, that's fine. Alright. We should start with something small. But what is something small that one could start with? How about, meerkats? I like meerkats. Can make like a little spot for some meerkats. We can see what kind of fence we can use. Because of the fact that I have mods, I can use a lot of different types of fences. But I kind of have an idea in mind for a fun little design. Is there a wood fence that fits this? Sort of. Is there a taller one of these? But it's ridiculously tall. Okay, this is fine. That is symmetrical. It's good. Not sure if this is too small. We might want to make it a little bigger, but you know. Why am I not allowed to place it right there? Is it because of the fence? If I remove this fence. No? If I remove this fence, just in general, I'm not allowed to put it there. Doesn't even give me a reason as to why I can't do that. That I can do, apparently. That is acceptable. Oh, this is a taller glass. Sure, we'll take the taller glass. No, it's not tall enough, they say. What's this, the game? Methinks that's a little silly. Hmm. Still, huh? So I really hope people realize that when I said, afternoon streams, it would literally be 2 p.m. my time, which would mean that every single American ever, except for people that go to work right now, would be asleep. Because I feel like people didn't quite realize that. Because they're like, oh yeah, afternoon streams, that sounds rad. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but... I don't think it was quite exactly what people expected. Oh, that... Yeah! Using the fucking reverse tool sure works. It doesn't matter what game it is. Is it a game that Savina played during her childhood? It breaks! So easily. And now it says I can't do it right there. There. Fixed! Gosh. That should work. Okay. Okay, so we have a little thing. We have a little raised platform thing. We have our meerkats that we can provide a little thing for. It's too bad I don't have any, like, actual, like, burrows. Well, okay, they have this thing. They do have sort of a burrow. This is not, exactly what you would imagine, though. But it's close enough. Also, why did it do that again? Game why? That was very unnecessary. Now I can't place it there because the path is technically in the way, which makes no sense. I'm just trying to be fancy here. And the game is fighting me actively. Now, we don't need this burrow technically if are using this, because that technically counts as a burrow. We can also give them a ball to make this space a little uneven in terms of the terrain. Of course, we're gonna give them like a termite mound. That makes the most sense. Just give them a little bit of water back here. I like giving them, like, sort of a natural water spot rather than placing down the food items. We don't have any African trees, do we? Nope. Maybe this. I mean, you can place whatever the heck you want, and the animals don't care, apparently. In this, at least. Like, I don't mind. I do like having it some kind of, little bit of a theme, at least. Let's see it from a ground level. Because in this game, you can actually go in first person and look around at stuff. You can also jump, which serves absolutely no purpose, but if you scroll the scroll wheel, you can jump. I don't know why, but you can. You can also crouch, I think. I forget what button it is to crouch, but, you know, typical video game things. Oh, C brings up the camera. Oh, it's X that makes you crouch, so you can get all the way down to the ground if you want to look at something in particular. And by pressing the spacebar, you can interact with things, like open doors, or kick the ball. You can also refill food things. You can just grab the meerkats. Let's grab female meerkat and a male meerkat. Let's see how they feel. They seem pretty content. They're already going for the termite now. That's awesome. Let's hire a soup keep and a janitor, I guess. All of these guys just get generated names. The animals don't. What are you? We're gonna name this one Mary. It could be Doug. I don't know. This is the first thing that came to mind. Oh, there's already people here. We haven't even finished up the outside of this area. We don't even have benches. Let's see, can the Zookeeper manage to get inside? Yes, he can. Excellent. I think the visitor is gonna go up here. They can get by the bench if it's like that, right? They should be able to. Then behind here, we could have like a little area. Yes, I know. The game hates when you put paths underneath elevated paths. I am uncertain why. But it's just what it do. Let's put down hot dogs. And water. Actually, no. Soda, and then we're gonna bring out your old favorite, or at least my favorite, the drinking fountain, because people should be able to drink for free. If they so desire. So offer them some fruit. Some delicious, delicious fruits. And again, you won't let me put down the thing because the path is there. Yep. Yet the upper one is perfectly fine. Why? Why do you do this? Hm? Why is elevated paths like this? You're the bane of my existence. Is it because it is? Is it because of this? No. It is not. At least the upper side works, I guess. Oh no! I didn't know they could drop like that. I've never seen it before. And it was an accident. I hope the guests didn't mind getting dropped down like that. You okay? But I don't seem to have any thoughts at all. Good. Don't think much about it. Let's see. I like this parasol. Tables. They're nice. Could put down a map, but a map is not necessary for the people. One thing I want to do, which if these people would get out of the way, is put down some of these. Please. Just get out of the way. Lady. Please. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. It looks nice. Here's some meerkats. I have no idea if the people are happy about the meerkats. I sure hope they are. I can also get bathroom going somewhere. Right there. Could have like a little something down here for people to enjoy. Some little terrarium. It's a nice little start. We'll pretty this up later, of course. A chicken on our meerkats. Where are our meerkats? Oh, they're back here. Alright, but sleeping. Can refill ants or termites, whatever they are. They're just generic insects. Where's the upper meerkat? Oh, they were inside of the burrow. That's nice. Look at him stand. It's just a little guy. Stand for one. Oh, they're in there. If you hold in shift, you go faster. Oh. Forgot. This is fine. Also, this rock may or may not be defying physics just a little bit. This is fine. Even if these graphics are, sure, they don't hold up very well. This is the truth of it. But I do very much enjoy them. And these people seem to be enjoying being able to see the meerkats from here. Which is nice. And people seem to be using this area. They're lining up to buy hot dogs. There's these absolutely awful 3D models down here of these little animals. You know that, like one thing that's like locally animals? It should feature some of these. It should feature this guy, this cobra. Like, that is little Polly right there. There's this chameleon, which, they tried. And then we got this turtle. Which, all I can say is that they tried. It is very cute, though. I will say that. Look at it! Gosh, I don't care if you're ugly, you're adorable. Although these people sure are something. Oh, he's confused over what to do now. I don't know. I could add some more things for you guys to do. Suppose that would be a good idea. We can continue to expand. Make some more enclosures of some animals. The question is, what kind of animals do we want? It's always the question, isn't it? We have kiwis. I mean, if there were people active in the chat, I would just take some suggestions, but I kinda gotta spin things off of my own dome here. Otters, like civets. I like civets. There's also chickens. You know. Of course I had to download the mod that gives me chickens, right? What kind of person would I be if I didn't get the chickens? Can make have a slightly bigger animal because meerkats are very small. There's platypus. I like platypus. They're also very, very small though. Raccoons! I feel like people would enjoy raccoons. So let's make a raccoon enclosure. That is not even at all. At the very least, I can try to be even. There, that's the easy solution to not have to be too nitpicky. There we go. That's pretty good. Let's add some appropriate terrain for these raccoons. And give them a climbing thing. Or I can give them let's just give them a good old house. A good old house for some raccoons. Then maybe we can give them like a lookout tower. Right there. And we can give them a ball as well. Can give them some berries. Raccoons like berries, I'm pretty sure. Give them a little water source. Raccoons do like to wash their food. You can slap down some ferns. Forest places should have ferns. I love ferns, personally. But there's already people coming over here. There's no animals here though yet. Can put down some birch trees. Which for some reason they list them as only North American, which is kind of a lie. But what do I know? There we go. It's a pretty good enclosure for some raccoons, I think. Can put down the raccoons. Give our zookeepers access to this place. We can put down some decorational objects. Oh, this is not even. It was actually even with just the one. Oh, that was fixed. Go. Yay! my place is now more famous. Maybe I should move this entrance to here instead. There we go. That would make a bit more sense. Does that even look okay? It looks fine. And we have the raccoons. Look at the little raccoon. Oh, it's a little baby. Aw, I love them. I hope you enjoy me being, I'm very happy to see animals, because they're just little darlings. They're just little guys. I'm just decorating with some flowers. Yeah, looks good. People are not going to see the raccoons though, she said. People are way more interested in the meerkats. Let's name these raccoons. This is raccoon number 1. He's a dude. He says Jerry to me. Where's the other raccoon? Oh, they were in the house at the same time. Isn't that nice? This is so... Oh, I can't even spell washy right. Washy. Because they're wash bears. Meerkats are doing just fine. Wait, why is there a visitor? Why were you in there? Did you manage to get off of the path and accidentally fall in? That doesn't make any sense. But, oh, you know, I don't have any trash bins. I'm such a fool. How can I not have any trash bins? There. Trash bins are like super important. And I stand by this. You don't want people throwing trash in places where it shouldn't be. Alright. Oh, he's washing the wash bear. Very silly. Can do something on the upper side as well. We do a similar design. Where I'm not sure how long this one side is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want 5 on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it goes down to here. Yep. Hell yeah, things are coming together. People are not going to see the wash bears though, which is a little sad. Or the raccoons. People are way more interested in whatchamacallits, the meerkats. She's a tad unfortunate, but frankly, I'm not too surprised. Which is why we should make a fun little area to make people want to go over here. Doesn't quite match up with the rest of the stuff. There we go. And let them have baguettes, I guess. And salads. Drinking fountain. I mean, you should be able to buy other drinks if you want to, but you know. Let me place down some tables. Somewhere we should be able to fit some other stuff. I mean, we could fit it on the side here as well, against the edge of the enclosure. That's the word. Then we have a little drinking fountain. So of course, and we can add something fun in the middle here. Yeah, bouncy castle. And if I want to make like a little playground area, it's gonna be its own thing. Is there a teensy fountain? There's this fountain, it's really tiny. There's some statues. It's a horse. I don't know if the horse is appropriate. Oh, there's already people back here. Oh, it's fucking huge. Oh, I thought that guy just disappeared, but it was the squirrel, in fact, that disappeared into the ether. Yeah, sure, no. We can add a rhino statue, although that looks off-center as hell. What are some interesting smaller facilities? There's these smaller thingies. This bug house. We can't quite get those in the middle. It's a big ass thing. We want something that's a little bit entertaining, but it's kind of hard to fit anything in here. I don't know why this horse is just one space. Sure, that'll go fine right there. Are people actually looking at the raccoons now? No, they're not. Why? Why won't they look at the raccoons? Pretty sure people can see through this glass. Although, considering there's nobody down here actually looking through the thing, they're all going up the thing. Maybe they can't look through this glass. What if we make it the lower glass? Like the smaller glass? Well, people try to look at the... Okay, they can see from there now. They really like the meerkats. Your favorite is the kookaburra. Hopefully. I don't know if that will do anything, but maybe that will incentivize some people to go look at the raccoons. Anyways. If not, we'll figure something out. We want people to look at the raccoons, because raccoons are good. Though, what should we do over here? Because we want to do a similar spaced enclosure to this one. Which means something raccoon-sized, probably. And there are a lot of options to choose from here. Because of me downloading a bunch of things. There's owls. I like owls. Are there snakes? Or I'm not sure if these are snakes or if these are eels. I think they're eels. And not snakes. There's flamingos. I do like flamingos. They're birds. And they're nice. Or we could do secretary birds. I also like secretary birds. We could do some flamingos. I do like flamingos. Let's see if we do a similar enclosure if people still have the issue of not recognizing that there's an enclosure, because they don't seem to recognize the raccoon enclosure as an enclosure. Just a little annoying. Oh, they're actually looking at the raccoons. I fixed the problem. It appears that this glass fence, the visitors can look through that glass for some reason, which, to be fair, it's like modded stuff, so some of it is bound to not work properly. But this glass seems to work fine, so the visitors can actually see through this glass. Oh, look at that go! Look at them run! Isn't that nice? What are you two doing? I'm not entirely sure. Ah, they were socializing. Where the animation looked a little awkward, but, you know, that's how it be sometimes. Let's look at these raccoons a bit closer up. They look so tired. Tired little guys. Let's have some berries. Now the people are enjoying the raccoons, which is good. Raccoon is having some drink. It's great. I hope people are enjoying this stream so far. we're used to playing a bit of Zoo Tycoon, getting back into it. I'm just doing a little freeform zoo at the present moment to get into the swing of things. Get an idea of what I'm doing here before doing any things like maybe doing the campaigns or whatever. Just one thing at a time. Oh yeah, decorating, my favorite part. Actually, unironically, it's my favorite part. I very much enjoy decorating. Maybe I could add a bit more stuff. Yeah! Let's make it not completely flat. 1, 2 flamingos. Then we'll name them after I quickly finish up the outside with the very useful components. To make this place be good. There we go. Now it's decorating. Oh, it needs to go back one more. There we go. Then we can extend this a bit further. There was actually some water put on the outside. Easy to fix. There we go. Let's check this out from the first person perspective to see. This looks like a nice enclosure. Can move the ball a bit further away from the fence so that the flamingos can actually get to it. Flamingos are chilling. Let's see how they actually are feeling. I mean, they might want to have a couple of more, maybe one more flamingo. Because they are very social animals. They generally seem pretty happy though, which is good. Let's give us some names. This is number 1. What if I just name them variations of the word pink? No, I don't know any other fucking versions of pink aside from pink. Oh, this place doesn't have an entrance that we will need. I don't know where the entrance is. Okay, there. Now they're talking to each other. I have no idea. I kinda I'm gonna back myself into a corner of this run. You can be named Rose. Some roses are pink. And you will be shrimp. Because some shrimp are pink. Close enough, darn it. People seem to be really enjoying this place, even though I haven't placed down any trash bins, which that's on me. For forgetting. There. Now there are trash bins. I want to continue decorating a bit before moving on and adding some more stuff. Oi! Let's get out in the ground view and just check this out. People seem very, very interested in the raccoons compared to the meerkats. No. I accidentally made the raccoons way more popular than the meerkats. And people haven't gotten over to the flamingos yet. Mostly because they are lacking facilities over there as well to make people interested. Meerkats are doing fine, just hanging out. People are using the spot still. It's good. People are loving the raccoons. They really like the raccoons, which I can't blame them. And this guy threw a coin into the fountain, and apparently he's very entertained by doing so. I've never thrown a coin into a fountain. But I've seen many coins at the bottom of fountains that I've been very tempted to actually take, but apparently that's not something you're supposed to do, as I've been told as a kid, even though I think like what they're just gonna lay there if nobody's gonna do anything with them. It's my argument. It's the shadows doing weird things. I was like, why is everything wobbling? I kinda wanna keep the theme of using this kind of fence. So we shall keep the theme of using this kind of fence. Apparently, my visitors are just absolutely super hyped about this park. Or zoo, rather. Well, here's the thing. Is a zoo a park? It's sort of a type of park. It's called an animal park in Swedish. So like, I don't know. Just putting down some hedges, making face look a little nice, a little extra fancy, if you will. And now to put down an animal in this spot. This enclosure right here. This enclosure is a little bigger than the rest, which means we can put down a little bit of a bigger animal. So we have temperate forest animal, a wetlands animal, a brush animal. Let's put down an animal of a different... Oh. I got an achievement! I've had 100 visitors come to my place. Neat! Could put down some Wildebeest. I don't know how excited people are about Wildebeest, but it reminds me of that one video that I watched from like 2009. So, as tribute. Let's make a little Wildebeest enclosure. Let's give him a stable. I think that's pretty funny. Give them lots and lots of grass. Technically don't need to give them any water troughs because of the fact that they have access to a water spot. I don't need to add too much more in terms of grass. Make the ground just a little bumpy. I don't like it being completely flat. It's not particularly realistic. That should be nice enough for some wildebeest. There we go. And let's not forget to put down our donation boxes. People love these things. Very, very much. Should maybe hire a second... What is that even? This is fine. I can live with it. Just don't think about it too hard. That, however, I cannot deal with that. There. Much better. There we go. We got Wildebeest. Which... What are running? They are running. It's a nice little enclosure for our wildebeest. They're just hanging out. Business is happening. Got the raccoons. People are still very, very interested in the raccoons, which is nice. I do enjoy the raccoons. I think this is a very nice enclosure. They're dirty raccoons. Though I noticed that they have a coat difference. Jerry is a lighter color than Washi, which is neat. Wash our wash bears. Which is, if you translate, at the very least if you translate the Swedish version of Raccoon. You get wash bear. I think it's the same thing for the German name as well. Let's hire 2 more staff members to do stuff. People have not gone over to the Wildebeest yet, which is fine. People are going over to the Flamingos now, though, which is very good. So we've continued to expand in this area. And for anybody new joining, I'm just kind of getting back into the groove of things by playing a little freeform, very tiny freeform zoo before maybe trying 1 or 2 of the campaigns or something of the sort. Not certain if this will be just a one-off or if I will play this again on another Thursday. Depends on what people would enjoy, I suppose. Right now, added some little bit of decorating. Some of the emptier spots. Thank you. I think we're gonna expand sort of similar to that over here. Which means, let's see, how does this formed? Okay, it goes out 1, like that one. So like that. And then we just have the road continue all the way until 1 away. Like that. Just to get this kind of symmetry going. Then we have that, like that. And going up like that. I think. Or is that wrong? Seems correct. Though, wait. Is this side smaller than this side? It seems to me that this side is bigger than this side. Either that or accidentally made the flamingo enclosure 1 too wide. Which is entirely possible. Let's make another little market square similar to that one over here. If we can fit it. Pretty sure we can. Oh, the entrance upgraded. Because you get different entrances depending on how many stars you have. Your stars being how famous your zoo is. These 2 sides are just uneven. It's an unfortunate circumstance. Though, I suppose we can make do. Also, raccoons are gonna give birth to babies. Little baby raccoons. Should we add on this side? Let's do burger, soda, and popcorn. I don't know. It's something. Oh, let's not forget, we want to put down trash cans as well. We don't want to have another accident. Or rather, have more people throw their trash where it doesn't belong. Also, haha, 420 for the statue. It's very funny. Oh, let's not forget the drinking fountain. Maybe we could just have 2 drinking fountains in a minute. Yeah, that should be fine. I almost forgot. Trash cans. Trash cans are good things to have. It keeps your guests from littering. Let's look at the baby raccoons. Oh my goodness, it's so small! It's so small! That's like the smallest thing I've ever seen! Why is it so tiny? Why is it so tiny? Oh my god, there's another one! There's 2 of them! And they're both super fucking tiny. Oh my goodness. Small. I did not expect them to be that small. I thought they would be a little bigger than that. But what do I know? Small boys. Plus, I think our flamingo has laid an egg. Are you still laying the egg? Where's the egg? Did she just not bother? Let's look around. Because I think the flamingo just kind of gave up. Ah! It's thing. Ah, thank you for follow. It appears that the flamingo just gave up. Which... fair enough, I guess. You can do whatever it wants. Okay. What the heck do we put here? This space is way smaller than the space that we have available over here. Which means we could put in something small. I do have a... There's turkeys. I like turkeys. They're such a fancy turkey. Though we've put in a lot of land animals. Could potentially put down something that may or may not swim. Wait, why did those guys just suddenly appear over here? Whatever, man. What if we put down... Let me see if I can find them. We have these... We have small otters. And we have ocean otters. Or sea otters. There's also like those... I don't know what these are. These like little wallabies. There's also platypuses, which are super tiny. Very small. Maybe we can put down some otters. They're very big otters, though. Well, not that big. Big compared to the human models walking around, but... You know. Okay, I have an idea. It'll be a little bit harder to pull off than the other stuff we've done. But... It can be done. I've done it before. Which is where we have a section of the enclosure be water. Oh, hello. Thank you. We're just coming along here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's see. Where's that fence? We're just making our little zoo here, getting back into things, because it was a while ago since I played this last in any major capacity. Let's put that down, and then let me see if I remember if it's not control. Is it shift? Yeah, it's shift, where you can move one individual side of the tank down. We want to try to get this even. It's gonna be really hard to. Oh, that's a little rough right there. I think with the use of fence, we can make this a little bit less janky. Now that is very, very steep. Okay, that should work now. There, now that's smooth enough to walk up. Now if we utilize this fence... Nope. Which will prevent the ground from going up, we can... make this a little smoother. Okay, that is okay. I think that's the best we'll get it in the current circumstance. Which is fine. Then we want to bring out the otters so we can get the right kind of biome going on here. We have a lot of sand for the beach. Alright, they only have the aquatic. Sort of things, because technically you can make it so that these otters live solely in a tank. Which, I mean, is a little funky, also I think this visitor is just a little stuck. Let's make it so that they don't accidentally get stuck. There we go, that should do it. That should do it just fine. Let's see how this looks like from down here. I mean, you can sort of get a okay look. This is sort of what you'd get at an actual zoo. So, like, I think it is very fine. Then you can see them up here if they decide to go on land. Make this a little bumpy. Maybe I should, How do we do this? Oh, that... It's not quite what I expected. Can the otters get back up? Is the question. I mean, in any other game, you would just go, just put down a ramp or something, but it's not quite what you can do here. I do kind of want to see if the otters can access the water or not. First of all, let's just add some stuff, and these guys don't have access to fresh water in their enclosure because this is not fresh water. We can give them a bone. It's just giving us some enrichment items. I love this feature that you have this underwater plant, and when you try to place it on land, you can. It just kind of goes into like a little mushy thing. So you can still use it to decorate, but like the kelp here, look at it. Love that. Such a wonderful detail. Instead of just going, no, you can't place that there. Sadly, we don't have any trees to place here. You can't place the coral up there though if you wanted to. Let's see. We need a filter for this thing, and I completely forget where we can find that filter. It's not there apparently. Is it in here? Oh, it is in here. We can't place it so that there's an easy access to it. Unless we put it inside of the enclosure, which is a little awkward. But it is possible to just put it right there. Preferably we put it outside. I don't think the zookeepers and stuff would be able to access it though if I were to put it here facing the wall, which means that I would have to clean it, which is fine. I didn't know you could adjust the size of the water barriers. Yeah, there was something that I learned way ago through just watching a shit ton of different tutorials and guides, and I think it's really cool. Oh, they're gonna go in the water. Okay, they're able to get into the water. That's good. I was a little worried that they wouldn't be able to. Now the question is, can they get out of the water if they need to? Because they could get in. Which makes me wonder if they can get out. Let's see. This guy is clearly going for land. Oh, hey! He may have faced for the ground, but did manage to get out. That means that this place works. That is great. I was well unsure, but it does work. That is very good. Placing any benches here will be a bit of a harder task, though. Maybe I can cut that off like that. Yeah! Oh. Oh! Okay, there we go. It was a little funky there, but now things are working. We put down a path there, and put down a bench as intended. I don't know why it doesn't water splash, but oh, you know. Not forget we want a donation box at least somewhere, so we can just put one over there. It works fine. Actually, I forget what the buttons are for. There we go. You can rotate things, which is something that's a bit weird when you want to move something around. You don't have the option to rotate it here in the little menu, but if you press dot or what's the other little thing? The comma, and you can actually rotate them. Okay, so the otters are doing mighty fine. People will hopefully eventually go over here to look at them. Which we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, while people make their way over here, we can fill this in with some flowers. Which thankfully adapt to the terrain, so they can be here on the slanted areas without any problems. There we go. Let's finish this off the rest of the hedge. Could always add some more stuff over here later. There we go. Maybe we add a gift shop here too. Like on the offer side. Because the guests do like gifts. And maybe something just for funsies, like a face painting. So let's unblock these first so people can actually access them. Oh. People are just running about. Are people actually looking at? Oh, you're really bored. Imagine being bored at a zoo, where you can see all kinds of different animals. Oh, we're gonna get meerkat babies. Oh, we got meerkat babies. Now these guys are not super duper tiny, like the baby raccoons. These guys are more reasonable size. And their animations are a little messed up, but okay. they're, you know. Just little things. Apparently guests are very bored. Or at least the adult guests are very bored. Which means the solution is to put down some statues, of course. Because according to this game, adults like statues. Which, I mean, some people might. It depends on the statue. In my opinion. I don't have enough space to put down a fun little map here in the beginning. I think it would be thematically fitting. But such is life. Can put down some street lights though. Makes this place look just a little bit extra snazzy. Though this one is a little hard to get in a good spot. That is fine. No people are people looking at the otters? I think they're trying to look at the otters from over here. But they're not getting a very good view. I'm not sure if it's because of these barriers and they're just not registering that they can see the otters. Or if I need to change the walls again in case they happen to be like the upper glass walls that evidently were in the glass. I mean, I could just use the default ones. Or this other wooden one. Let's see if this changes anything. Hopefully they'll be able to look at the otters. I mean, they can see them from here. I don't know how well they can see them from there, but, you know. Oh, there's some ambient fish in there. I want to look at the ambient fish. Oh, it's a lionfish. I don't know how safe that is to just have in the water with the otters, but I'm sure they're fine. Oh wait, the zookeepers can't get into this water. I've noticed, because there's no... whatchamacallit? There's none of these. Which, there's not really a good spot for them. Oh wait. That would work. Now they can get in if they need to. Okay, so we have like... okay. Slightly... almost half of the place filled up with some animals. Got the otters, got the flamingos, got our raccoons. There's the wildebeest that we haven't really paid too much attention to in the meerkats. Could probably stand to add some more stuff. Maybe this stream will be just doing this one little zoo to completion. And if I decide to play this again, we could maybe check out the scenarios, or whatever they're called. I feel like that would be worthwhile. Also, I don't want to just slap down a bunch of random statues everywhere, all nilly-willy, so let's just hire an entertainer to go around and try to pick up the peoples that are not having fun. Okay, so we can start extending in this direction. Now the question is, how do we do that in a way that looks nice? We could try to make some elevation going on, so it's not just all flat. Even though all flat is not necessarily bad when it comes to use the general layout. Let's do something like that. Now here we see that these two are not... wait. Yeah, they are the same space. It's just that this looks a little funky because of the fact that the path goes like that, and there's nothing on the upper side here to make it look similar. I do have an idea of a little thing to add in this area though. Is to add like a little entertainment zone. At least for the kids. I don't know if the adults are all too interested in this. Which, I mean, that's your own fault for not thinking that a bouncy ride isn't entertaining. Here we go. Just a little playground area. We can just roll some of this stuff. We didn't name the baby meerkats. Maybe we should name the baby meerkats that are apparently already starting to grow up. And there's this, the meerkat that is still a baby. Oh, they're the two meerkats were play fighting. What's a good name for this little guy? Or it's actually a little not a guy. Oh, look at him peeking out for the fin. Seen them peek because they like to peek. Then we have number 4 over here, which is the one that became an adult. I'm uncreative. His name is 4. Or her name is 4. We also haven't named the Wildebeest. He can be Gary. You can be Penny. You could be Beatrice. There you go. It's sad that the animals don't come pre-named when you put them down, which I would love if they... Love if I didn't have to name every single one of these guys. That's fine. Let's name the Otters. You can be Ozzy. You can be Boop. Those are ottery names. The people seem... Okay, people can now see the otters for this. It was the glass that was just for some reason not working as glass. I'm kind of shocked that this has happened twice now. Maybe we can redo the entrance just a little bit. And add something fun here. Like, more birch! I like birch trees. Okay, they are using the entertainment zone. There. There is a bit more entertainment in the entertainment zone. People seem to be enjoying the terrarium, sort of. The terrarium is not doing good financially, but it's nice. People are really abandoned this area at this point. Mostly because people don't seem to be all too interested in the wildebeest. Except for this one person down here. The one wildebeest fan. I think wildebeest are neat. They're wildy and beasts. Okay, let's add some more stuff. Let's add some more animals to this place. Could add something over here. I want to add something that gives a little elevation to everything, so I might add some goats. So I like goats. Let's make a big enclosure. Also hope the audio levels are okay on your guys' end. Because for me it sounds fine. Because I have a little background music going on. Because Zoo Tycoon is not very well known for having a lot of music going on. Unless you place down those music rocks. Which can get kind of annoying really fast. Because you just keep on playing the same thing over and over and over. So this path is kind of superfluous. Or we can add something small here that to reward people for going here. Oh, I know. Whatever the heck this is called, ATMs. And the wildebeest does not reach. Oh. Oh, it seems like the zookeepers put down a bowl because the wildebeest was just not drinking from there. Also, there's a baby wildebeest. It's a baby wildebeest. It's baby. That's a good baby wildebeest. I've never seen the baby wildebeest before. I actually like that they gave them like a different model and everything to make them really different. Oh, now we have a lot of wildebeest now. There's another baby wildebeest. Golly. Well, I'll have to deal with that later. What is your... Oh. This is one of the animals from a mod that the biome does not work properly, which is a little funky. But I want to put in some goats. Question is... Ah. Now this is a good goat. It's a very pretty goat. As a kid, I was never a fan of the alpine biome, how it looked, because I always thought it looked really weird. Because it's like, it looks like it's painted. But as I've grown older, I've grown to appreciate it more. There we go, that's an elevation. That should hopefully help keep the goats entertained. Let's make it so that they can actually reach some of this stuff by smoothing some of these pathways up. Some water over here, just in case you don't want to go to the food trough. But it's a little bit a bit trickier to find a spot for their little house. Maybe I can put the stable in this corner here. Yeah, it's fine. And then we smooth this out so that they can. Oh, yeah, no, that's not quite what we want, game. There. Let's put down just a little bit of vegetation, not much. I want this place to look nice. Not too many trees, but a couple of trees. Ooh. I'm gonna get rid of those flowers right there and that looks a little funky, but I like it. Kind of looks like a bunch of rocks have fallen off of the mountain there. That's cool. There, that should be good. There we go. Got some goat action going on. I think we already decorated the outside with the necessary components, such as sealing this place off with some fence. There we go. Let's see how this looks like from a first-person perspective. People can see the goats from here if they go up on the mountain. Oh, that looks a little janky over there. Could probably fix that though. Let's give them... Oh. No, no, thank you. 2 entrances, because now we're starting to get into a territory of where zookeepers will be coming from many different directions. Although, I realized maybe that's not a good spot to put a gate. I don't think they can go through the house, sadly. Let's see if we can patch up this old rock thing here. Make it look a little nicer from all angles. There we go. Goats. Let's see if people end up going over here eventually. They want to see some goats. People are buying merchandise, though. Look at that, it's a wildebeest bag! And we're gonna look at the goats. Do you guys really have no other enrichment except for... No, you just have the salt lick. I mean, I suppose that is fine. There's not exactly much we can do about it. Let's do the thing we did on the other side, which is place a ATM over here. Wait. Hold on. Let me see. Is it 2 in or 1 in? Nope, it's so that it's the same on both sides. Okay, cool. Let me clean this. And now they're complaining about ATMs. Oh, they're actually cleaning this, I guess. I almost thought they weren't able to. Okay, people are just loving the otters. Which, let's be fair, otters are very, very good animals. Very entertaining. Also, we're gonna get more meerkats, which might become a bit of a problem where we have to get rid of some meerkats, because I don't know if this is big enough space to accommodate all of our meerkats if she gives birth to 2 meerkats again. Okay, they're not complaining yet, which is a good sign. Please get out of the way so that I can place this. My man, I'm gonna move you temporarily because I want to place that there. Thank you. Oh yeah, everything's coming together. Now we got some, let's see, I'm not entirely sure what they would be called in English, but they got some very funky looking horns, and are defying the laws of physics. Which, I mean, goats can climb at very steep angles, but I'm pretty sure they don't do it like that. I might be wrong, though. Though I'm like 90% certain that's not how it's supposed to look like. Maybe we could add a little something right here to fill up this space, rather than just have it be Empty. How big is this? Oh goodness. That's way too big. Way too big. What about a restaurant? Otters are about the same size. We just want something small-ish. We could have this, cool, thing for the entertainer, I guess. Oh! No! I don't need that. Why is it only some of the darn, pathways to do this? Oh. You gotta move out of the way, bud. Let's try to place this back down. Oh, it's gonna yell at me and tell me that the path is in the way. Yeah, goodness. Ah. I mean, I can deal with that. That is fine. I will accept this. Actually, I have an idea. Wait, person not allowed to build right there. There, now the people can enjoy watching the entertainer on stage. Hopefully this will help them be less bored. People are using the ATM. It's great. That is coming to use. Could also add something on the upper side here, but that will be for later. Our goats are doing good. We should do something on this side. Like our goats. What if we do enough for aquatic animal? Even though the otter is like semi-aquatic. Manta rays. I like manta rays. You can also do turtles. Apparently I have whales. What is this? What kind of whale is this? It's kind of hard to tell when it's on the ground. And also the fact that I can't install this game in English, so some mods just don't quite work out. We have orcas. I like orcas. Could also do dolphins. Beluga whales. I like beluga whales. Let's do beluga whales. I think they're quite fantastic. So we want to do kind of a similar structure over here. Well, let me see. It won't be the exact same structure because of the fact that the two are just different. But we will manage. Wait. So it goes like that. Does it go like that? Yes. That is how it goes. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We can add these. Like that. Oh no! Our first meerkat. I'm really flies in this game. Oh Jesus. Way too big. Just happens. Let me see. Raise to the bottom level a little bit. So we can actually see what's going on down there. Add a kelp bend. Add some stuff so that these guys can get food. Sure, they can have a ball. A little clam. It's not really much in terms of... I can't even place these in here. Can I decorate this in any way possible? Because otherwise it'll be very empty. I mean, this is not most appropriate, like, rock stuff, but it's the stuff that I'm allowed to put down. Oh no! Well, both of our, old meerkats have gonna bye-bye, and I think all of these are females, and even then, we want to get rid of this guy. Oh. That was why I wasn't able to release it. Let's release this one male meerkat that we have. And introduce a new male meerkat. So that we don't get the thing that is known as inbreeding, because that is bad. Even if... I don't even know if this game even has anything for that. It probably does. I just don't remember. Because I never paid any attention to that kind of stuff. As a kid, at the very least. Okay, here's a new male meerkat. He can be named Jerome. And then we can name the other new one. Lily. Oh. Oh, I got a reward because I sent out a thing out into the wild. Okay. Good. Meerkats are all happy. We have the beluga whale exhibit over here. Let's finalize it before we add our beluga whales. There we go. And we want to have the zookeepers be able to get in. Oh? Ozzy gave birth. Oh, the otter! We have a little baby otter? We do have a little baby otter. Let's name him Bloop. Well, of course you can't reach the trash that somehow is on the other side of the fence. I don't even know how it got there. I'm guessing the guests are maybe throwing the trash up here, and the trash just falls down to the ground? I don't know how that works at all. It doesn't make any sense at the very least. But what do I know? Now, I feel like having these covers over here for this probably isn't a good idea, because then it can look up. Oh. Hello! Yes, he did. We're currently playing Zoo Tycoon 2. Working on this little zoo here that I decided to start. I used to get at the back of things, and now I'm just keeping on working on it. We should look over our animals, because it was a bit ago since we looked at them all. Which, these graphics are just certainly something. We have our meerkats with their misaligned rock over there. They're all just hanging out over there. Oh, hard to see. See if we can see them better from here. Yeah, that's why a lot of visitors look at them from up here, because they can actually see them. These are the first animals we added to the zoo, and people are just really enjoying the meerkats. Then we have raccoons, which the baby raccoons were so small. Let me see. Wait, I have we go into the album where we have the image. This the baby raccoon was so small. I don't know why they made it so small. Like, that's just so tiny. But we can add that to our album. But we got our raccoons here. We haven't named the baby raccoons. We should name the baby raccoons. Because I've named the adult raccoons, but I haven't named the babies. Where's the babies? There's one. One baby is here. I think the other one isn't sleeping in the house. It's such a little baby. They're coming out. They're so happy. Okay, let's name these raccoons. We have this little guy. What is a good name for a raccoon? His father is named Jerry, and then his mom is Washy because it's a wash bear. Jimothy. Okay. And then his sister can be named Jimmy-fur. Like Jennifer, but it's Jim. Okay, well, we should continue looking at the animals. Oh, I forgot. I accidentally landed in between path. I can't get out if I do that. It's good enough. Also, these fucking people models are certainly something. We have our wildebeest over here, which are hard to see from this angle. They're just running. It's wildebeest. Here's a baby wildebeest. They look a little funky, but that's sometimes how it is. They're doing their best. People seem to like them, so I'm just glad that the visitors seem to be interested in the wildebeest. Then we have these guys. These are cool goats. And then we have this guy with his glasses. Oh, look at him run! They're certainly doing things. You know. So that's that side. And on this side, we have... I can go over here. We have flamingos that were supposed to have baby flamingos, but the one flamingo that was gonna lay an egg decided it didn't wanna. Which, it does whatever it does. Here we have the otters. I like the otters. Let's see if we can go take a closer look at the otters, because there's a baby otter in here somewhere. Wait, they put the bone in the water. They're not supposed to be able to do that. Is that the baby otter over there? There's the baby otter. Look at him go. There he's swimming. I wonder if I have the highest graphic settings for the water, because it doesn't look like it. There's a bone in the water. Yeah, it's an enrichment item for the otters. They're not supposed to be able to put it in the water, but I guess one of the otters was carrying around a bone and decided to drop it in the water. You silly, silly otters. We're working on our beluga whales, which I almost forgot to put into the enclosure here. There we go. See if we can add anything into the enclosure aside from their usual items. We could add a pirate chest, like a treasure chest. Sure, why not? These freaking zookeepers keep on putting down bowls of water for the animals, even though they have access to water. But what do I know? Should name these beluga whales. You can be Bubbles. And you can be what can we call this beluga whale? Bobbles. Sure. Forgot you can do this, where you can just quote unquote swim along with the animal, even though you're just attaching your camera to the animal. Wow. Silly. They have a big pink ball, in case they want to play with it, which apparently I can also kick the pink ball. Which this game has a surprising amount of physics, despite being such an old game. Oh, old, sort of. Look at those little teeth, sir. This is quite the perspective. No, stop. Let me go. Hopefully people enjoy the beluga whales. I mean, we have one person here watching the beluga whales. They seem intrigued. Now we have the entertainer performing for no one. Good job. Okay, we have all these peoples running about with their... What is that? Oh, it's like a hat for the goats. It's a weird way to make a hat for the goats with a cap like that, but what do I know? Okay. What should we add? Because we can add a bit more. There's a little bit more space. There's at least space for 4 more things. If we want to make the enclosures be big ones. Which I feel like would be the most fun. We'd make them big ol' enclosures. Add a little area where people can get some stuff because this place is kind of far away from everything else. Let's see. Let's do it like that. Yeah. Symmetry. Oh, come on. Oh. Do the meerkats have too little space? Yeah, there's too many meerkats now because they gave birth to babies. Let's get rid of some of our older meerkats. We can't get rid of Jerome. Oh, I wanna... No! Pick up again! I wanna take a picture. Darn you. Oh well. That doesn't quite look right. No, it's because it's not right. That is right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we've acquired some space for some potential enclosures here. No, that is not what I wanted. Yet the game is like, no. Ugh. There. Gotta be so finicky. Hold on. Are you even? Yes, you are. Good. It's not quite even in some ways, but we're trying. Oh, are we trying? Okay. Alright, we got some big enclosures that we can utilize for some big animals. So the question is, what should we add? You can't reach the trash again? Is it because the trash is... Why does people keep on throwing things under here, even though they shouldn't be able to? I don't get it. But we have access to a lot of animals and quite a bunch of space. Which leaves the question of what we should do for this enclosure before we move on to the upper ones. We could do something just really out there, like, let me see. I have unicorns. Oh. These guys just keep on making more babies. And it's not super good because there's not enough space. There we go. But we could just do something real wacky, like I was saying. Let's see. Where are they? I saw them earlier. Aha! I have unicorns. Which, it's not quite the edgy unicorns that I had when I originally played as a kid and got a mod for some really bad looking unicorns. And I feel like this would be a bit of a silly thing. Or should that be the really big enclosure? I feel like that should be the really big enclosure. Could be the unicorns, and then we could add something a little less wacky here. Thinking, what biome have we even done yet? We haven't done the... Does the game stop you? No, you can just slap down an animal wherever you want. Like, if I want to place down a beaver amongst a crowd of people, I can. Now there's a beaver on the loose. Oh, it's fighting a dude. And he's like, hey, there's a beaver on the loose. Now people are terrified over the beaver. There's probably gonna be a zookeeper that's gonna come over here any second now and get rid of the beaver. Yep, here they come. They've captured the beaver. And the funny thing is, I could use to release this beaver again if I wanted to. And the game would just be like, why? But I feel bad for this beaver. But I don't know where to put the beaver. I could just... Here. Go into the wild, my guy. Hey, you can just do whatever the hell you want. I was thinking if we could do a grizzly bear, because... Forest. We don't have that type of forest. The fuck is it called? It's the ones that mostly have fir trees. Like a cold forest. Not a taiga, but whatever that the term is for that kind of stuff. Funny thing is, you can also just place the guests into the enclosures if you want to just be an ass. But I don't recommend doing that unless you just happen to be incredibly bored and want to see like an animal just, I don't know, either not give a shit or just be a bastard to the humans, the peoples, your poor guests. Which, I mean, when I get bored of this game, what I usually do is do some really stupid shit where I just unleash a bunch of dinosaurs on everyone and see the rampage. Or build the thing that crashed the game enough for time, which was you do this. You make a giant pit by doing a big old thing. And then you make a giant pit. And then you put in just a whole bunch of balls. And let the physics have fun. But you can see the shadows are freaking out a little bit over there. But, yeah, that's something you can do. It is quite the treat. And by that I mean it's... I don't advise doing it unless you intend on... As an apology for the beaver that escaped containment. All suit attendees are allowed 1 extra hour in the reality bending ball pit. Yes. Yeah. I am playing some Animal Crossing music, switching between the original soundtrack and Wild World, because Wild World and I guess City Folk, because City Folk has the same soundtrack as Wild World, my favorite out of the Animal Crossing soundtracks. Like, it's just good. Just a variety of things. For our bear enclosure here. And you can also have a tire, I guess. So the audio levels are okay and stuff, right? Because it sounds good on my end, but that can only tell me so much. If everything's good. Cool. It's good to hear. Let's make a little swimming area for our bears. Yeah, also, why are these flowers going in the water? It doesn't make any sense. Let's add a rock. Another rock. Yeah, we're doing some bears for our last couple of enclosures here. Let's see. That should be a fine enough amount of foliage. Foliage? Foliage. Plants. Something of the sort. Yeah. Let's place down 1 bear. 2 bear. And enough for zookeeper, because why not? But you can't have enough too many zookeepers. Let's observe these bears. They they certainly look very friendly. There they go. To your very shape. Where did the other one go? Oh, they're over there. They're gonna go to the log. That's supposed to have honey in it, but again, I've not seen a video game that actually does honey any justice, because this definitely does not look like honey. I'm sorry. If it was more orange, maybe. It just looks like mayonnaise. And the meerkats are having too little space again. Yep, that's supposed to be honey. I'm just gonna pretend it's mayonnaise. Because it's supposed to look like honey. This is like, yeah, it's a hollow log with honey. That's not honey. I'm so scared of this ball pit. Ah! Game. I did not like that. Oh, there's one ball left. Let's dispose of this ball the way they should be. Be gone! It is no more. Okay, let's add some of our stuff that I forgot to add. Like our benches, because people like to sit. Shocking revelation. People like to sit. Huh? Who would have thunk it? Okay, people like the bears. It's good. Like to see it. Let's make sure there are donation boxes, because otherwise people will complain. Where they're like, I don't have enough places where I can donate because these bears are so cool. None of these people are getting in the way of me placing my little cool things. Why? Get out of the way! Lady? Get out of the way. Ugh. You too, child! What kind of name is that? Brundage? Get out of the way, people! I'm trying to build. Place a beaver. Place a beaver for crowd control. I mean, yeah, you just get the crowd right out of there. Actually, that's a good idea. If they crowd up again in a spot where I want to build, they will get to the beaver. Okay, what is another animal we can place down? I have chickens, because of course I have chickens. We also have, cassowaries. Which are dangerous. But they're fun. Some of these are mods. There are too many people nearby. Deploy the beaver. Crowd control beaver. People are complaining about that they don't have spots where they can eat. Or sit and eat. Like, I have tables. You guys can just sit at the tables. Do you see how many tables you have? There's like so many tables. Look at all these tables over here. There are so many tables. Do you guys just not like tables with parasols? Are you that picky? Like, no, we only approve of picnic benches. What are sloths? Although these guys are so small. Now we have the giant sloths. These guys are so good. No. What do you mean you're trying to clean the water? There's no water to clean. Where are you going? Oh, he's going to... Oh, he's talking about this water. Fine, I forgot to add one of these. Yeah. There. Let's just slap that water filter back there. Nobody will see it. And by that I mean I'll forget about it, and then the game will be like, hey, did you know you should clean the thing? Or rather, this guy cannot reach the thing to do the thing. And I'll be like, oh yeah, that thing. What's the biome we don't have yet? We have the boreal forest. We have like an alpine thing. We have our raccoons with the temperate forest. We have a savanna with our wildebeest. We have the wetlands with our flamingos. We have the coastal place with our otters. We have an arctic technically with our beluga whales, which means, let's see, what does that mean? Oh, we also have the brush with our meerkats. Let's see, we have the desert, I guess. There's also whatever the heck this is. There's the reef. Or there's the tropics. I guess our main two, at least land associated biomes left are the desert and the tropics. So let's see if we can find some animals from those regions that we can add to this last one, so we technically have most of the biomes. There's desert. It's not a lot of animals for the desert. There is the fennec foxes, which people really like. We could also potentially add multiple animals to one exhibit. Like we could have the dromedaries with the fennec foxes, because the fennec foxes are not a threat to the dromedaries. They're really not. That could be fun. We also have these striped hyenas, which is the less popular version of the hyena. Most people only know the spotted hyena, but there are the striped hyenas as well, which could be fun. I do like hyenas. Yeah, it's a good spot size for a hyena enclosure. Let's do some hyenas. Alright, let's grab our trusty fence. If I do enough for zoo at some point, I will use another fence than this one. Even though I really like this kind of arrangement with the wood paneling and the glass. Even if it's not the most realistic thing in the world. Or, well, it sort of is. A lot of zoos use the kind of glass sort of deal to let people see. Because it's kind of hard to see for like wire and whatnot. So let's add some sand. Really change the whole thing here. We might get a baby beluga whale, and then we add just a little bit of bumps, like it's sand dunes. And we can add... Wait, why would they have this? This is not for like a desert biome. I have no idea. Can give them a house? Can I not place it in there? Can I place this there? Sort of. Let's place a cave. They can have a cave. Oh. It's not how we want to even it out. There. There we go. Now they can get in without much trouble, hopefully. Let's just place them. They can apparently... Salad? Beets? Do hyenas really eat beets? I don't know if hyenas eat beets. I've never actually seen that. If that is the case. Let's play some toys. We can give them a heated rock. Yeah, why not? We can give them a heated rock. Why not a barrel? A bone and this squeaky toy. It looks like a fish. Let's slap down some mild decorations. This is a desert area after all. So not too much. Could put down these little round cactuses. Yeah, there we go. And wow, what a what a insightful sign. Did you know? It says desert. I would have never known unless the sign had told me that this is a desert. It's so silly. Jimmy Fair wants to mate, but cannot find a mate. It's because you can't mate with any of your family members because, thank goodness, this game doesn't have any of that nonsense. Maybe we will send Jimothy out into the wild and bring out a new little guy. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Be free. And let's get a enough of Raccoon. A male Raccoon. Who shall be named? Heck. I had a name, but then I completely forgot. Clean with a smiley face. That's how you pronounce it. Stop throwing the trash into the void, guys! That's not how you do. It's not responsible. Okay, let's do this again. I think we're pretty much done with this enclosure, aside from maybe adding a rock or something. Not that they need rocks in this particular game. But here we go. One male, one female. They might want more. But it should be fine for now. And then let's add the outside stuff before people get here and get in the way. And also add a way for our zookeepers to get in and out. So that they don't get stuck, because then they're not all that useful. And then donation boxes. One shall not forget the trusty donation boxes. Actually, I think it's fine if we just have them on this side. There we go. That'll do for now. And then we can add some small facilities over here. Now we have the last, but not least, enclosure. You can't reach the trash can? This one? Why can you not reach the trash can, Mr. Trashman? Or, sorry, janitor. That's what it's called. It's not called a trash man. Okay, the hyenas seem to be content. That's good. Okay, last but not least, it's this spot. This big ol' circle thing. Let's go to the tropics. Oh lord, we have a lot to choose from here. We could do dodo birds. Which wouldn't make any sense because none of the upper parts of the zoo are like extinct animals, but I do like dodo birds. And they're very silly little guys. We also have okapis, which is one of my favorite animals, mostly because most people don't know what the heck an okapi even is. There's also tapirs, which are also very funky animals. We could also do jaguars. There's also tigers, I think. These tigers are just... They don't look good. They look a little janky, if I'm not gonna lie. They're nostalgic. You know, let's do okapis. I like okapis. Oh, or okapi? I don't know how to pronounce it, so to speak. It's probably okapi. Let's see if we can make something nice here. For our final enclosure. Hope people are enjoying the stream so far. I didn't expect to go on for this long, actually. But... I'm gonna finish when I'm finished with this darn zoo. That's just how it is today. Oh, let's make this smaller. We don't need that much water. Just a little bit. Oh, you guys don't have any shelters. It's a little bit of annoying. Let's just add this just in case. They do have enrichment though, which is always appreciated. We can add this little fun thing. I think it looks nice. And then let's add... Where does the okapi rain? It rains from the Central Africa. Or rather, that's what the game at least says. So let's put down some trees that are appropriate to that region. Banana trees are apparently all over the place. Although in this game also lists that birch only exist in North America, which I'm pretty sure is not the case. So, I don't know. if it's entirely trustworthy. Let's do a bunch of flowers. Are there anything else that I could add? I guess... What is this? Nice! It's like little bird's paradise flowers. Sure. Let's add a rock somewhere. That's a good spot for a rock. There we go. It's about everything. We can add to this. Let's make sure that our zookeepers can get in. There we go. Now they can get in. And let's add the last couple of stuff. I don't know which janitor that is complaining about this one particular trash can, but like you can do better than that, bud. I'm pretty sure. It shouldn't be that hard. Oh. Yay! I got a reward for having animals of the different biomes. At least of all the land biomes. And all in a small Zeiss Zoo. Let's see if we can place this ice cream truck. Or, well, ice cream cart? Yeah, cart. Let's place it right here. People might enjoy some ice cream. And then let's add benches. Because people like to be able to sit, and otherwise they complain over their lack of benches. Because they get tired, and then they can't rest anywhere, and they're like, I can't rest anywhere. And it's like, well, I don't know, bud. Have you ever heard of sitting on the ground? Let's do some drinking fountains. And... let's just do another bench, for good measure. And do the last couple of things before we have a look at the rest of our aminals. Before I wrap up today. Okay. Let's place a tiny little table here, because they might want a table. Or they might expect a table. Ah! Oh, I've had my zoo for 1 year, apparently. Isn't that amazing? There, you guys can have enough for ATM, because apparently the visitors are complaining about the fact that there are a lack of ATMs. Just placing the last of our hedges and stuff. Hopefully we don't accidentally block off anything by doing this. Shouldn't be. Maybe we can add like a little gate so that the peeps can go and clean that if needed. The filter for the Beluga Whales. Let's see which direction the things are facing. They're facing. Oh, they're having a hard time seeing the ochre piece, it seems. I have an idea for that. Just called adding one of these bad boys. Yeah, if they're having a hard time seeing things, they can just whatever these things are called. I forget. There's something that you can look in to see things. So people can just walk past them. That's good. I wasn't entirely sure if they can or not. Maybe we can have a little entertaining thing here. They can have a music rock, which we will hear when we wander by over there later. That's a very annoying spot. There we go. Don't want to have the peoples get stuck. And we can place another one of these over here. And, you know what? A map. A map is always nice to have. Let me see, have I fenced off all of the non-walkable areas? From the looks of it, yes. Cool. Then we can start putting down some flowers. Just adding a little bit more decoration to these in-between spaces. Getting real tired of people throwing their trash up here. There. Now they have something to throw the trash into if they're gonna keep on throwing it over there. And we'll just poke it out for the thing. We don't need that. And we can probably add some trees in some of these spots. Just add a little bit more life to things. And then we can have one last walk around in this zoo. See what we managed to accomplish today. Before we wrap up. I hope people have been enjoying the stream so far, because it's been very chill overall, and I have enjoyed that. This game is not that stressful when you actually know how it works. Because I have a lot of memories of constantly being these little notifications I get up there about something happening. It's just constantly. The people I have not placed any ways for these people to go in here. Yes, I have. Who is this zookeeper? You. Oh, you're stuck back there. That was the zookeeper I placed there. Who could not get from out behind the cave. Because the hitboxes are dubious at best. Okay, they are actually using the lookout things. That's good. And some of the visitors are talking with each other. We're gonna get a baby beluga whale. We have a baby beluga whale. Hopefully I can continue decorating in time for us to go see the beluga whale baby before it grows up. And after this, I think I'm gonna make some dinner and continue working on the big OC drawing that I've been working on for the past couple of days now. Which is coming along nicely, but my goodness, when you have like over 30 characters that you're trying to render all nicely, it's a lot of work. Let me tell you. I need to make a different chart for my characters, but there's so many. Yeah. I'm glad that I made that height chart earlier, even though it's now again not completely updated because I added more fucking characters. Because of course I'm like, ah yes, now I have an updated height sheet for all of my characters, and then immediately, like a day after, I make a new character, and I'm like, God, well, the struggles of having many characters. At least it's not like back in the day when I had like 100 and I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have this many characters. Which, you know what, past me, you were correct. That was way too many. Most of them didn't even have proper personalities. I'm excited to see which has differences in your characters completely for me this time. Because it's still reading for Torn or being the same height. Yeah, I was like, Oh yeah, they are the same height. No. I will say, Ingrid is no longer the tallest of my human characters. Which even I was like, okay, I'll use Strahd's character as I would naturally feel it next to these upper peeps and see how it ends up, and I'm like, oh, golly. And also drawing them with their proper proportions next to each other makes me realize, like, goodness gracious, some of these guys are fucking tall. Oh, I missed a piece of the fence. Like Cyril, for example. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, right, Cyril is like 7 feet. God, goodness gracious. There you go. Almost done. Let's see if I've missed a spot. I missed this spot, but I'm not sure if I want to slap down a shit ton of flowers over there. Do know I'm just gonna slap down a bunch of flowers here though. Sometimes I will write a character site and completely forget to compare it to other characters and end up with 2 characters who are completely the wrong height. That's what happened, like, way back when I originally drew out, or rather, wrote down the heights for, like, when I only had, like, Morty, Magpie, Atlas, Cyril, Ruben, and Giovanni. And I was like, I don't know shit about what the fuck feet and inches are, so I'm just gonna, do what sounds reasonable. And then when I actually draw them next to each other in their heights, I'm like, what the hell? How did where did I go wrong? This is not quite what I expected, because the height differences just ended up being absolutely super big, because I don't know shit about feet and inches. I still barely do. But it's just like, wow. Also, I think we filled up every other spot with these flowers thingies. Also, the game is starting to lag because there's so many flowers. Which, too bad, game. Okay, I want to see the baby beluga whale before we miss the baby beluga whale. Where is the baby beluga whale? Main rule on the thumb is that I think 1 meter is generally the length of 1 yard. Where's the baby beluga whale? I mean, I know meters. And I have a pretty easy reference where I'm like 1.5 meters. 1 meters equals 3.28 feet. See. Also note that my height equals almost 5 feet. So I know that like 153 centimeters is 5 feet. And that's like the only thing that I know, like just off the top of my head. And I know that 1 inch is roughly 2.5 centimeters. Like 2.4, I think. It's something of the sort. Let's just place down some trees, and I'll be done decorating for the time being. So we can have a look around. Okay, that should be good amount of decorating. Okay, let's do it from the start. Let's do it from the very start. Which this is the 4-star entrance. It's a sort of flash. The 5-star entrance is absolutely fucking insane. We have our fountain that we had from the very beginning. We have our meerkats that are just kind of chilling. People still very much enjoy the meerkats, even though they're a little hard to see from down here unless they're hanging out right here next to this rock. The second enclosure we put in was our raccoons. There's a lot of— there's a baby! Hold on. Hold on. We need to look at the baby raccoon in motion for the people that didn't see the baby raccoons. Here's a baby raccoon. It's small, you could say. I don't know why they made it so comically small. But that's the raccoons. They're very good. Little trash boys. And then we have our wildebeest, which there's a surprising amount of wildebeest. And they seem okay with this amount of space, which is kind of crazy to me, but I guess they're herd animals, so they don't mind being a lot of them. Also, there's just so many wildebeest. Golly. I didn't know there was that many wildebeest. But I guess they're thriving. And there's like 2 people over here looking at the wildebeest, which it's about how popular the wildebeest are normally. Then we have our goats. I forget what kind of type of goats these are. Yeah, they're cool looking goats though. They have the spiral horns. And also our meerkats are complaining about space once more. There. Oh. Let's release the excess meerkats while we continue our tour. I think I might as well continue in this direction and go look at our bears. Or are you just hanging out? And of course they turn away so that we can't see them very well. Get back here, bears. There's the bear. Is he gonna go on the rock? Ah! Jump! Aww. Baby! It sit on the rock. It's very, very quality. Look at them. Oh, the bear's on top of the thing, too. Oh, it's gonna jump. Whee! People are absolutely stoked about the bears, which understandably so. They're very good. Here's the okapis. I feel like these okapis are a little too orange. Oh. They're both coming to say hi. Hi! These kids are getting face paint. But people are very much enjoying the okapis, and so am I. They're very good animals. Very polite animals. Then we have our hyenas, which have babies! They're little puppies! They're little pups. Let's go look at the hyena pups. Aw, little babies. Aw, baby. Aw, he squeaked. Aw. Look at him go. Oh, they're playing. That's fun. These are good pubbers. Let's see, where is the... There's texted. Then we have our Beluga Whales with a... The zookeeper. There's also a baby Beluga Whale in there. Little baby. They're just chilling right now. Our happy Beluga Whales. And we continue over this way. To our... let's see. Our otters. Well, first we have the flamingos. Our flamingos are just enjoying themselves. Somebody placed some balloons in there. I should probably remove those. I don't think balloons are particularly good for flamingos. But they seem to be enjoying themselves. Oh, they're running! And then, last but not least, we have our otters. Which, if you could get out of the way. They're enjoying themselves. Just swimming about. It's good little otters. Where's little baby otter? Look at him go! But that is all the animals. However, as my notifications have alerted me, we have baby bears now. The zookeeper's stuck. There we go. You've been freed. Let's look at the baby bears, and then I will wrap up for today. Baby bears! Oh, baby bears! I love how whenever a zookeeper is stuck, you just pick them off the ground and place them back somewhere else. Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. This is like, hey, here's some help. So, oh my god. Look at them, they're so derpy. Those eyes look cool. They look like they're a little too far away, but it's still very good. I feel like these bears are very small, but they're very good bears. Oh, is the baby bear gonna play with the tire? I think the baby bear is gonna play with the tire. He hit the tire. I thought it was gonna like wind up to punch the tire, but I guess it just lightly tapped it. Excellent. Well, that is the arc that we made today. Which took roughly almost 4 hours, and I am feeling content feeling hungry. It's getting evening time over here. Which means that I am gonna call it for today. But this has been very enjoyable, and if people have enjoyed the stream, I might do another one where we maybe we'll tackle some of the scenarios to unlock some more items that are hidden behind doing the kind of challenges you need to do. Or we can do a zoo where we actually have a limited amount of resources and have to sort of deal with the whole management thing aside from just customizing. Although just customizing and making whatever the heck is also very fun. Or we can crash the game by making a giant ball pit. But we'll have to see next Thursday how I'm feeling, what kind of game I'm itching to play, and maybe what other people are thinking, since Zoo Tycoon won the poll this time when I was unsure. But this has been very fun, very enjoyable, and it's also really nice to see that people turned up for the stream. I wasn't sure if people would, because I have no idea what kind of time zones my audience particularly like go by, so it's nice to see that despite having my European time zone here, there's plenty of viewers that have come to watch, lurk in the chat, and enjoy some stuff. I guess before I end, this song started at 5 AM where I live. Wow. Yes. I mean, some people are up at that time. Also, before we go, just have some quality low poly animals. And I think I will call it at that. But I will say, today has been very enjoyable. And might return to this game next week. Or we might do something else. We will see how I feel then. Now I can't tell. It's way too far ahead of time. But thank you for having come to the stream, chatted, just hung out, and hope you guys enjoyed watching me make this zoo as much as I have enjoyed making it. And I will see you either on Tuesday, if you wanna come join me for some more Viva Pinata, or next Tuesday, next week, or whatever happened to feel like that week. But it's been very fun, and I am gonna call it here to get going and do some other stuff. But I will thank y'all for coming, and I hope you guys have a good night, day, evening, whatever heckin' time of day it is, and I'll see ya next time. Bye-bye.